Yo, what is good, guys? Welcome back to another video where today is a bit of a different video. We'll be ranking every single Premier League club's biggest transfer rumors. So yeah, let's get straight into it. First, we're gonna start off with Arsenal. Arsenal are linked with Mikel Moreno. He has been phenomenal for Real Sociedad. They actually played in the Champions League this past season, and he actually scored the winning goal, I believe, in the semi-finals. Was it Germany? Against Germany, I think it was semi-finals or quarterfinals. They scored against Germany. He scored the winning header in that game, and this guy could do it all. He's an all-round midfielder. He would fit very well into Arsenal's team. If we see Partey leaving, he would fit very well in the number 8 role. So he can move up and down the pitch, and then we'll see Declan Rice as the number 6 in the Arsenal team. He could score goals, he could pass, he could defend, just all around great player. So I will love him at Arsenal as a Arsenal fan. Now let's move on to Aston Villa. They are linked with Joao Felix. I would have gone with Onana, but it's basically confirmed now. But we had some news that he is leaving Atletico Madrid, as the club has said it that he will leave, and him personally, he also wants to leave the club. So I think the most likely place, or the place where he most likely goes, is Aston Villa, and Unai Emery wants to get him to the club. And I've heard Joao Felix would also want to join the club, and I mean, he would be fantastic. I think as a player at Aston Villa, I know they have Ollie Watkins, but Joao Felix operates very, very well in those small spaces. Very, very good dribbler. He could rip a shot, score a lot of goals as well, because we haven't seen him flourish ever since his Benfica days. At Barca, he's done okay. Atletico Madrid, same thing, but we haven't really seen him do what he did at Benfica. So hopefully Unai Emery could bring that back once or if Joao Felix signs. Now Bournemouth are looking at Huijsen from Juventus. It's pretty much it is a done deal now. So I recorded this a few days before. So Huijsen, I believe he's 19 years old or so. Very young center back from Juventus. I believe he was on loan at Roma this past season, and he did quite well at Roma. I don't know much else apart from that, but I believe he is a quality center back, and for a good price. I believe he got signed for around 15 million. Very good price for a 19-year-old who had a pretty good season at Roma. Now let's move on to Brentford. We have Eddie Nketiah. He is linked with them, and Arsenal want 50 million. I think that's way too much for Eddie Nketiah, for a player like his quality, but most of the time when I watch him, he holds up the play a lot of the time. He wants the ball to come to his feet, and he turns the defender, I guess, and brings people into play, but I don't think he's a Arsenal quality player. Sure, he stepped into the team a few times when we had no striker to put in that spot, so he did provide, but I just don't think he is the Arsenal quality player. But at Brentford, he could flourish, I think, especially if Ivan Toney leaves this summer. So Eddie Nketiah for 50 mil, way too much. Maybe drop it to 30 or 40 million. I think probably 30 is reasonable for him. Moving on to Brighton, Kyle Walker-Peters. This would be a very good signing for Brighton if they manage to get him on board, as he's been he started obviously at Tottenham, then he moved to Southampton, which is where he is right now. They actually got promoted to the Premier League, and Kyle Walker-Peters has always been one of the best players for them. For Southampton, he's great, both attacking wise and defensively as well. He's shown him multiple times, multiple seasons, and I think it will be an incredible signing for this Brighton side. Moving on to Chelsea. Chelsea are linked with Dominic Solanke. Obviously, we know he has had an incredible season or he had a very good season with, I believe, 19 goals he got this past year in the Premier League, and that's very good, especially with Bournemouth. Helped them get that, I think it was their joint best tally ever in the Premier League, which is incredible from them. But Dominic Solanke, he could be returning to Stamford Bridge. I believe he played there a few years ago as well in the academy or the first team, but he just didn't break through. But now obviously he is showing everyone how good he is, and I don't know about this transfer, honestly. I don't know if he will be good at Chelsea, but if they do get him, I'm sure he will find his way into scoring goals, assisting, and just helping the team overall. I really like how we went from like 6 goals 2 seasons ago to like 19 goals last season, which is incredible. So we'll see if that happens. Now moving on to Crystal Palace, and they are linked with Marcus Edwards from Sporting, and I've seen this guy play against Arsenal a few years ago when we were in the Europa League. Absolutely class player, very good player, left-footed, I believe, moving down the right wing spot, and he was very, very dangerous against Arsenal when we played them in the Europa League. Like, oh my god, this guy is so good with the ball at his feet. Incredible. He could curl that ball top left, wherever. He's very good at that. Just quick winger as well. Great dribbling, keeps the ball close to his feet. I think this will be a absolutely amazing transfer for Crystal Palace. Now moving on to Everton, Jesper Lindstrom. This is another confirmed transfer which is happening now. He is signed for Everton. Obviously he played at Napoli, but Everton got him on loan. He is a midfielder who had a pretty good season in the Serie A. He did not score any goals though. Played 22 matches, 24 years of age, fairly young player as well. So I think he would do very well in this Everton team as a midfielder. Moving on to Fulham. Now Fulham are linked with Emil Smith-Rowe, my Arsenal boy. Obviously Smith-Rowe has had a few injuries at Arsenal, which kind of denied him some game time at the Emirates or overall in the Premier League past few seasons, and it's not looking like Arteta will fit him into the team. If Arteta does not fit him in the team, he will most likely leave to Fulham for, I don't know, maybe around 20 to 30 mil. Maybe they will include a player in there as well, who knows, but he's incredible with the ball at his feet, very close dribbler as well. He plays could play as a box-to-box number 10 as well on the wing. I know he started his career as a left wing, but then he moved slightly into the middle a bit after that, and this would be a fantastic signing for Fulham. I'm moving on to Ipswich Town. Now they are linked with Jack Clarke, and honestly, I did not know much about this guy. I did do some research. So he contributed 15 goals and 4 assists in the championship this past season. I believe he played with Sunderland in that team, and he is worth around £20 million as well. So could be a very good deal. Ipswich Town have already made some great signings, getting, I believe, Johnson from West Ham. He re-signed Mari Hutchinson from the past season that they got him on loan from Chelsea, and they're just building up their squad quite nicely. And I mean, it's unlikely that Clarke will sign a new deal with Sunderland as well, so which makes this like transfer rumor or transfer even more likely. Now moving on to Leicester, we have Matt O'Reilly. Once again, I do not know much about this guy, but I know he is a midfielder. He is also Dutch, and he plays for Celtic in the Scottish Premier League. Fairly young player, 23 years old. So we all know that Leicester have made the jump up to the Premier League once again. Will they get relegated? Who knows? But Matt O'Reilly, I think he could make a difference in that midfield if he does get signed by Leicester. And they have a new manager in there. Let me know if you think Matt O'Reilly would be a good signing for Leicester. Moving on to Liverpool. Liverpool are looking at Anthony Gordon now from Newcastle. He started off at Everton, then moved to Newcastle, and Newcastle has been one of the best players at the club. Like, is lightning quick, very good at dribbling, loves to cut inside and just like whip a shot or pass it inside. Fantastic player. One of the best players at Newcastle right now. Let's see if he could carry that into this new season if he does not make the move to Liverpool. But Liverpool are obviously looking at offloading Luis Diaz. Possibly he could go to Barcelona. Yakpo could play in that left wing position, but maybe they will play him in that striker position. And then Gordon, if they get him, will play on the left side. And that would be absolutely dangerous. Although Yakpo did very good in his natural position in the Euros. Moving on to Manchester City. They are linked with Eberechi Eze. This guy is absolutely incredible. Had a very good season with Crystal Palace. Oliver Glasner, as I said in my past videos, he has changed that team up completely, and Eze and Elise were running that team very well, playing so well. Obviously Elise went to Bayern, and Eze could be looking for a way out as well. And Eze, very good dribbler. He's like usually plays around the left wing position or in the middle. In the middle he could rip a shot, like very good at that. Could pass it, dribbling, very good as well. I think he would be a fantastic signing for Manchester City. Now moving on to Manchester United, we have De Ligt. Now, I haven't heard a lot of news around this, but we know that De Ligt wants to leave Bayern, and Bayern are looking to offload him. And obviously Manchester United are looking for a center back as well. As recently they did sign Lenny Euro, and Lisandro Martinez is that other center back that they want to look for a partner with. So at the moment it's Lenny Euro, Ligt. If he comes into Manchester United, I think he will most likely start in that right center back spot, and that defense will look absolutely amazing. That center back partnership between De Ligt and Martinez would be amazing. Now moving on to Newcastle. Newcastle are looking at Nicolas Gonzalez. I believe he plays off the left, so that could be a replacement. They are already looking for a replacement for Gordon, as Gordon could be possibly leaving to Liverpool, as I said before. So Nicolas Gonzalez, like, when I watched him, I watched a few Copa America games. He looked fairly good, had a few chances on goal. Unfortunately, did not score them, but very good at beating the defender, good on the ball. Passing, I did not see much of that though. Could beat his man for sure. And that's all you need from a winger, and shooting wise, pretty good as well. Nottingham Forest, moving on to them. This is a confirmed transfer already, so it's already done. Nikola Milenkovic from, I believe, Serbia. He was solid for Serbia in this past Euros. Whenever I watch Serbia, this guy is incredibly, like, he's so good in that center back position. Usually he's the Serbian center back that usually pushes up and carries the ball and like starts an attack from that. Very physical. I believe he's like 6'4" as well, so he is 195 meters, so that's, bro is massive. He's 26 years old as well. Serbian, obviously. He came from Fiorentina, which Fiorentina did pretty well this past season. I believe they did lose to one of the teams in the, I think it was Fiorentina against Olympiacos in the Conference League. Unfortunately, they did lose, did not get their hands on a trophy, but I'm sure Milenkovic looked absolutely incredible in that center back position. Very good, very, very good center back. And I believe Nottingham Forest have got a absolute steal on their hands in Milinkovic. Moving on to Southampton. Now Southampton are looking at Armando Broja. Now he has not had much game time or any game time at all at Chelsea, so he could be looking at another option where he could be having more game time, and I think Southampton would be a very good option, as you have a experienced striker in Armstrong who could kind of help Armando Broja in that striker spot and help him develop. And with Armando Broja getting more game time, he could improve as well at Southampton, and possibly if they do get into the relegation battle, he could help them stay up. But I have not seen Armando Broja play that much these past few years because Chelsea just haven't given him the chance. But whenever I have seen him play, I do believe he is a great striker. He just needs the game time. Now moving on to Tottenham. Tottenham are linked with Jonathan David. Now this man has been linked with a lot of clubs: West Ham, Tottenham, many Premier League clubs, and he's been tearing it up in the Ligue 1, Uber Eats, if you want to call it that. He plays for Lille at the moment. These past few seasons, he has had consistent numbers, very good numbers, with last season playing 34 matches, 19 goals and 4 assists. And before that, 2022-2023 season, he played 37 matches and he had 24 goals and 4 assists. So he's been doing it consistently, and he's only 24 years of age. So what a player. I think one of the sought after strikers in the transfer window right now. Tottenham want him, obviously, and with Harry Kane obviously leaving last season or 2 seasons ago, I think this would be a fantastic option for Tottenham. He would just slot right in, as he has been scoring goals, and I think he would continue to do that in the Premier League. Now moving on to West Ham. West Ham are linked with Jean-Claire Todibo. Todibo from, I believe he plays for OSC Nice right now, and he was linked like last season to, what was it, back to Barca or something, but he did not go. I think he decided to just stay for last season, and now he is linked with West Ham. From what I've seen, he is a very good center back. He has got his game time as at Barca. He started not to get too much game time a few years ago, so he made the move, and obviously now he could be moving into the Premier League, and I think he would fit really well into that center back position in West Ham, as they have a new manager coming in Lopetegui, and Lopetegui has a different style of play to obviously David Moyes. So I think this would be a fantastic signing for West Ham. Now moving on to Wolves. Wolves are looking at James Rodriguez, who has obviously had Premier League experience, played for Real Madrid, played for Bayern as well, and this past Copa America with Colombia. Unfortunately, Colombia lost in the final to Argentina, but he just ran Colombia. Absolutely incredible. Assist on assist on assist. He was back to his best in that competition. His crossing so accurate from set pieces, just overall crossing. His delivery was incredible. So I would love to see him back in the Premier League once again. With the Wolves, they kind of need a creator in the middle, I feel like, and James Rodriguez would be a great fit in that midfield. Personally, that's what I think. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about these transfer rumors. Do you think some of them will happen, or which ones do you think are the biggest ones? Let me know in the comments down below. In terms of rankings, we're going to go in first, Manchester City with Berchi Eze. In second, we're going to go with Liverpool's link with Anthony Gordon. In number 3, we're going to go with Arsenal with Mikel Merino. 4th, Aston Villa and Joao Felix. In 5th, we're going to go with Tottenham linked with Jonathan David. In number 6, we're going to go with Chelsea linked with Dominic Solanke. In number 7, Manchester United linked with De Ligt. Number 8, Crystal Palace linked with Marcus Edwards. In number 9, we have West Ham linked with Tadibo. Number 10, we have Fulham linked with Emil Smith Rowe. 11, Brentford linked with Eddie Nketiah. Number 12, I went for Bournemouth, confirmed transfer already, Huijsen from Juventus. Number 13, I went with Newcastle, was linked with Nicholas Gonzalez. Number 14, Nottingham Forest, a done deal, basically. Nikola Milinkovic already signed. Number 15, I went with Wolves linked with James Rodriguez. Number 16, Brighton linked with Kyle Walker-Peters. Number 17, Southampton linked with Armando Broja. Number 18, Everton signed the Jesper Lindstrom. Number 19, I went with Leicester linked with Matt O'Reilly. And number 20, I went for Ipswich Town linked with Jack Clark. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, guys. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to comment down below what you think of these transfer rumors, and don't forget to subscribe as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.